Starting to focus in on the breath, on the inhales and the exhales. Feeling that breath moving in through the nose, down the throat, the chest, into the belly. And as it reverses from the belly, chest, throat, and out through the nose. Keeping this breath going, knowing that you can always come back to any point in time, taking any water, rest, modifications as needed. And maybe you go ahead and set your intention for tonight's class. Maybe it's something specific, or maybe you don't really have anything in mind, and that's okay. We're just going to let our intention maybe come to us, or whatever happens will happen. Releasing that intention whatever way feels most natural. Go ahead and start your music. Letting the hands reach for the back, toes for the front, nice big body stretch. Next breath, letting the knees come into the chest, giving yourself a nice big hug, letting yourself roll a little side to side, get a little low back massage here. And then find some stillness. We're gonna let those arms open out to the side. Goalpost arms are nice and long. Let the knees fall to the right as the gaze falls to the left. And then letting the knees come to center. Gaze back to center, knees will fall to the left as the gaze falls to the right. Just breathing into any tight spaces you might be holding on to. Nice big inhales and exhales. And then letting the gaze come back to center, knees will come back to center. We're going to find some movement along the spine, forward and back, making our way into our tabletop pose. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Letting yourself become grounded, spine is nice and long, breathe. Left hand stays pushing into the mat, right hand opening up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Go ahead and settle on in. Letting that right ear or that right side of the head come down onto the mat. Left hand reaching forward. That left leg might even reach back for the back of the room. Breathing into the shoulder here. Nice big inhales and exhales. If that left leg was long, go ahead and bring it back in. Unthread that, or let that left hand come close to the face. Unthread that right arm reaching up high. Exhale, right hand is coming on down. Let's find a few cat-cow. So let that heart shine forward. Tailbone go up towards the sky. Push that ground away, curving the spine. Your breath pace as you connect with your cat-cow. Connecting with that breath, with those inhales and those exhales. Letting the body move slowly, letting it be precise. Even yourself out. Back into that neutral tabletop. Right hand stays planted down as that left arm peels open, reaching up high. Exhale, thread that arm under. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, thread. Last time, inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Left side of the head is coming down onto the mat. That right hand might reach towards the front of the room. You can shift that weight on over towards that left leg as that right leg extends back. Breathing into this opposite shoulder. Feeling those inhales and those exhales. If that leg is extended out, go ahead and bring it on in. The right hand is coming in next to the face. Unthread that arm, open it up high. Exhale that left hand on down. Find that stillness just for a second, and then start flowing through your cat-cow once more. Your breath pace, inviting gentle movement side to side, forward and back. You might even make big circles one way and then the other. Whatever feels best for the body tonight, just letting it guide you. Without a plan, without any expectations. Just seeing where it takes you. Even yourself out. Coming back into our neutral tabletop. Tuck those toes under, lift those shins, breathe. We're here hovering for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, let those hips go up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal out the feet, stretching behind the legs, connecting with that breath, those inhales and those exhales. And then if you are finding movement, begin to welcome that stillness. The toes will touch. Left foot stays planted down as that right leg reaches up high. Bend that knee, stack those hips. Right knee's reaching up towards the sky. Keep those shoulders straight on. Breathe. Coming back into our three-legged dog, reach that right leg up high. Exhale, let that foot come in between those hands. Low runner's lunge. Let's let that left knee drop on down. Untuck those toes. Inhale those arms all the way up. Breathing into any tight spaces, especially in the front of that left leg here. Or that hip. Exhale those hands down, framing that foot. Let the hips go on back. Right toes up towards the sky. Drag that right heel for me. If it feels nice for a bit of a twist, walking those hands on over towards the right side. Coming back to center, if you took that twist, back into that right foot, framing that foot, tuck those back toes under, lift that back leg. Right foot goes back, stepping to meet the left high plank. You can stay here for a few breaths. Maybe you let the knees come down. Shift those hips forward, come down halfway. We're untucking the toes, lifting on up, shining that heart upward dog. Exhale, tucking those toes under, downward dog. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Noticing the difference in the body, the difference in the sides. Your right foot stays planted, left leg rises. Bend that knee, stack those hips. Let that left knee reach up for the sky. Keep those shoulders straight on. All right, come back into that three-legged dog. Reach that foot up higher. Exhale, that foot's coming in between those hands. Low runner's lunge. Right knee drops on down. Untuck those toes. Let's inhale those arms all the way up. Feeling any tight spaces in that right leg, that right hip. Heart is shining open. Exhale those hands on down. Frame that foot. Let those hips go on back. Left toes up towards the sky. Drag that left heel. Option of that twist, walking those hands on over towards the left side. Breathe. All right, let's come back, framing that left foot. If you took that twist back into that left hand or left foot, hands are planted, tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg. This time we're stepping that right foot up to meet the left, folding on over those legs. You might have a big bend in the knees to let that belly relax on over. Maybe those legs are a little straighter. Wherever you are, just letting gravity take over, pull you on down. Feeling as that earth holds you. Breathe. You might notice as time passes, the body is able to relax a little bit more, to find a little bit more ease, to let go of any extra effort. Let's inhale, come up halfway, create that number 7. Exhale on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Grab a hold of that left wrist, side bend to the right. Keeping that left foot grounded. Feel that space be created in that whole left side of the body. Inhale up to center, grab a hold of that right wrist, side bend to the left. Nice and grounded from those right toes, feeling that length, that space, all on that right side, up to those fingertips. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, coming down into our chair. Those hands can be at heart center. They might be up by the ears. But keeping the bend in the knees, that bum is going back. Breathe. Inhale, up to standing, reach up high. Exhale, down into our chair. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, down, chair. 2 more. Inhale, up, standing. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale down. Breathe. See if you can bring that bum down a little deeper. All right, we're shifting. We're keeping that bum nice and low. The knees are still bent, the legs are strong, but we're shifting that weight slightly forward to the balls of the feet to lift those heels. I know, they're both going to lift. And then I want you to bring that bum down deeper. And then a little deeper. Breathe. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Exhale on over those legs. Let those heels touch on down. Wiggle it out. Inhale, come up halfway. Plant those hands. Step, jump, hop it on back. Find your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. So if you're working on those chaturangas, you can do like we did with those knees coming down. Let that weight come forward, come down halfway until you build that strength in order to keep those legs off the ground. Keep breathing. Inhales and exhales. All right, right leg rises. Bend that knee, stack those hips. Coming back into that 3-legged dog. Reach up higher. Foot's coming in between those hands, low runner's lunge. Left hand stays down, right arm peeling open. Exhale, right hand is coming down inside of that right foot. That left foot might seal down for a little bit more stability, letting that left arm rise on up. Let's rise on up, warrior 2. Breathe. Flip that right palm up towards the sky, exhale that warrior. Next breath, side angle, right arm onto that right leg, left arm reaching up and over. Let's let that left hand come behind the head, nice and loose. You're not dumping into that right shoulder, so that right arm is still nice and light. And then as you exhale, that left arm is coming down to reach for that right knee. Let it come back up. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 2 more, open. And close. Last one, open. And close. We're opening back up into that warrior two. Nice and strong. Hands will come to heart center. Bend that left knee. Let that weight come down onto that left leg. Right toes are coming up. Those hands can come down. They can stay up. See what works. All right, just like Spider-Man, we're staying nice and low, shifting that weight on over towards that right leg. Left hand is coming down. Come back onto that ball of the foot with that back leg. Right arm is coming up high. Strengthen that left hand, that left arm, right foot nice and light. Side plank. Left knee can come down if you'd like. Hips are moving up towards the sky. Breathe. Reach that right arm next to that right ear. Nice and long, nice and pretty. Exhale, right hand is coming on down, high plank. Go through your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Nice big inhales and exhales. Take your time to get to your downward facing dog. All right. Nice and strong with those legs. Right foot stays grounded. Left leg starts becoming nice and light. Let it reach up high. Bend that knee, stack those hips. Breathe. Back into our three-legged dog. Reach that left leg up a little higher. Exhale, let that foot come in between those hands. Low runner's lunge. Breathe. Right hand stays down, left arm peeling open. Really enjoying that stretch on that left outer hip. Exhale, left hand is coming down inside of that left foot. Right hand is peeling on open. Again, if you want to seal that right foot on down, let it seal. Nice big inhales and exhales. If that foot is not sealed down, go ahead and seal it. We're lifting on up, warrior two. Breathe. Nice and strong here. Flipping that left palm up towards the sky, exhale that warrior. Next breath, side angle, left arm onto that left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Breathe. Right hand coming behind that head, nice and light. Exhale, close it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Two more. Open and close. Last one, open and close. Opening it back up so we can windmill those arms. Warrior two once more. Breathe. All right, let's let that right hand come down. Revolve that back foot. Low runner's lunge just for a second so you can find that stability and let that left arm peel up. Nice and strong here. Finding that strength now in that right hand, that right arm. It's nice and strong, nice and sturdy. Left foot becomes nice and light. Let it step on back. Or side plank here. Keep those hips up. If that right knee needs to come down, let it come down. Each side's a little different. Breathe. Left hand reaching forward. Exhale, left hand down, high plank. I want you to breathe here. Let the heels fall on over towards the right. Come back to center. Let them fall to the left. Back to center, over towards the right. Maybe this time you lift that left arm up. Exhale, back to center. Heels will fall to the left. Left hand planted down. Maybe that right arm peels open. Exhale back to center. Go through your flow, meeting in our downward facing dog. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Feeling that breath move through the body here. Let's bend those knees. Step, jump, hop, top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reaching up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale them back up. Exhale down into our chair. So hands can be at heart center, they can be up. Breathe with me. If those hands are not at heart center, go ahead and bring them down. We're shifting that weight into that left leg. Right heel becomes nice and light. I want you to lift that foot up, and you're keeping the knees connected to each other. That right foot is just reaching back. I want you to reach that right leg back, keeping that bend in that left knee, so it's kind of this like chair warrior going on. Bring it back in. Exhale, extend back. Come back in. Extend it back. Bend that right knee so that foot's reaching up towards the sky. Pulse up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that stillness. Come back into that chair. Nice and even with that weight. Exhale on over those legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale over. Inhale up to standing. Reach up high. Exhale down into that chair. Breathe. Shift that weight on over towards that right leg. Left leg starts becoming nice and light. Let that heel lift. And then keeping those knees attached. That leg is reaching back. But you keep it nice and close. Keep that bend in that right knee. Keep it low. Exhale, extend it back. Bring it back in. Exhale it back. Extend it in. Extend it back. Bring it in. Extend it back. Bend that knee. That left foot is facing up towards the sky. Pulse. Nice and quick pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's what happens when Shakira's on. 1. All right, come back in. Back into that chair. Breathe. Let that bum be nice and low. Come up onto those feet, or to the balls of the feet. Those heels lift. Bring that bum down deep. A little deeper. Just a little deeper. I want you to open up those arms nice and wide. Breathe. Let them become goalpost arms. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. 3, close. 2, close. Last one, close. Exhale on over those legs. Those hips are going up high. Wiggle it out. Come up halfway. Exhale over. Plant those hands. Step it back or hop it back. Move through your flow, meeting in our downward facing dog. All right, next breath. So exhale forward into our high plank. Nice and strong here. Tap that right knee down. Lift it up. Left knee, lift. Right knee, lift. Left knee, lift. Both knees, lift. Both knees, lift. Ooh, I feel this a whole lot after that chair thing. Both, lift. Both, lift. Breathe. Hips are going up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. All right, right leg rises. Bend that knee, stack those hips. If you want to flip that dog on over, feel free, letting those toes touch down. Right arm opens. Coming back around, back and towards three-legged dog. We're all reaching that right leg up high. Exhale, right knee's coming towards that left arm. Thread that foot on through. You can stay here with that left hand down, or maybe that left hand rises. Breathe. Exhale, left hand is coming on down. We're on-threading that foot, opening up into our side plank. Maybe it's a tree side plank this time. Letting that right foot rest up along the calf. Right arm reaching up high. Exhale, right hands down. Keep that knee in towards that belly, towards that nose. Step it through. Low runner's lunge. Left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Seal that left foot on down. Left arm peels open. Breathe. All right, listen up. That left hand is going to come in front of that right foot. You're going to shift that weight forward into this right leg. Left leg becomes nice and light. We're twisting our moon. Right hand on that right hip or all the way up. Breathe. Let that right hand come down. Shift those hips into your standing split just for a breath. And then bend that left knee. Let it come next to that right knee. Strengthen that right leg, a little bit of a bend. Inhale, lift it all the way up into your pillar pose. Reach up high. It's okay to wobble, it's okay to fall out. We just come back in. Exhale that left leg forward. Breathe. Hands will come down to heart center. Bend that left knee. Let it come down into a chair. Inhale it back up. Reach up high. Exhale, swan dive on over those legs. Come up halfway. Plant those hands. Step it, jump it, hop it on back. Find your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Breathe. Keeping those inhales and those exhales going. Connecting that breath and body together. All right, nice and strong with that right leg. Left leg rises. Bend that knee, stack those hips. If you flipped it on the other side or you're wanting to try on this side because the shoulder's a little more steady, feel free. Let those left toes come down. Shine that heart open. Be your own little sunshine. Come back around, back into our three-legged dog. We all go. Left knee finding that right arm. Let's thread that foot on through. You can keep those hands planted down, or you find that strength in that left hand. Find that lightness in that right hand to peel it on up. Breathe. Exhale, right hand is coming on down. If it was lifted, we're unthreading that foot, letting that foot roll on over, the right foot rolling over to the right. So we can open up into our tree side plank. Breathe. Exhale, left hand is coming on down. Bring that left knee in towards the nose. Step it through. Low runner's lunge. Let's find that stability, find that strength. Right hand down, left arm peels open. Left hand down, seal that right foot on down, peel that right arm open. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. All right, let's let that right hand come in front of that left foot. You're revolving that back foot so you can shift that weight into that left leg. Right leg will rise, left hand coming onto that left hip, and then maybe it opens all the way up. Keep that right foot flexed for me. Breathe. Exhaling that left hand down. Shift those hips into standing split. Bend that left knee, let that right knee come in to meet that left so you can create that stability, create that base. Let's lift Reach those hands up high. Exhale, right leg extends. Next breath, come into our chair. Breathe. Let's push up into standing, finding our mountain pose just for a few breaths. Connecting back with the earth, connecting back with our breath. Shoulders away from the ears. Feeling that strength in the body. As you find that strength in the body, you start to find some ease as well. You might begin to find some stillness. Nice big inhales and exhales. All right. Next breath, inhale those arms on up. Exhale, swan dive on down. Come up halfway. Plant those hands. You're stepping that right foot on back. Seal it back. Bend that left knee. Inhale those arms on up. Warrior one. Breathe. Oh, we forgot our skandasana on the other side, didn't we? We'll get there. Feel that heart open. All right, let's revolve that back foot so you're on that ball of that foot now. Let those hands come to heart center. And you're gonna let that right foot go long ways on the mat. Bend that right knee, left toes are coming up. Find that skandasana. Spider-Man it through. Right hand down, revolve that back foot, left arm opens. Let's exhale that left hand on down, inhale on up, into our crescent warrior. Okay, so maybe you stay here in this crescent warrior. This is a wonderful option. If you want a little bit more, you might pulse that right knee down, lift it up, tap it down, lift it up. If you still want a little bit more, maybe you lift that left heel on up like a high heel. Things get tricky. Right knee taps, lift it up. Woo! I haven't done that in a long time. Tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. 3, 2, 1. Find that stillness. Open up, warrior two. Breathe. Flip that left palm up towards the sky, exalt. Next breath, let's find that side angle. Left arm onto that left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Let's let that left hand come down towards the earth, just like earlier. We're really stretching this left hip. Right hand comes down, revolve that back foot. So you're on this dragon lunge. You might shimmy that left foot a little bit more towards the long side of the mat. Nice and strong here. So if you need to let that right knee come down, let it come down. Otherwise, I want you to keep it up. So keeping that left arm still close in towards that whole left side close to each other. You're gonna keep it nice and close. And then I want you to find those chaturanga arms. So you might even shift a little bit forward. Bend those elbows, lift it up. Bend down and lift. For 3, for 2, for 1, stay down low. For 3, for 2, for 1, lift it up. Keeping that strength in that left leg, it's nice and strong, nice and sturdy. Right foot becoming even lighter. Let's let it come up top of the mat, yogi squat. Bring those hips on down. Hands at heart center, or they might stay down, whatever feels most comfortable. If you have crow in your practice and you're wanting to pop it in, we're definitely warm enough for that. If you're playing with crowns, still aren't there yet, you might still do that prep, right? Having those hands down, bringing those knees in close up towards the armpits. Bend those arms just like we were doing in those push-ups, right? Shift that weight forward so you can see how that feels, and then you play with keeping those hands grounded. You're gripping kind of like a rock climber. Right toes will lift, bring them down. Left toes lift, bring them down, and you play with that for a little while if you'd like. We'll be here for a few more breaths. So I was watching Pretty Woman one of these days. It was on TV, so that's why it's on this playlist. It was like, man, that's like one of the best songs, one of the best movies. Love Julia Roberts. The ones who are done playing, start finding that stillness. Hands are planted down. Let those hips go on up. Wiggle it out. Whew. The left hand going towards the center of the mat. Bend that left knee, right arm peels open. Right arm might come behind the back for a little half bind. Or if you're ready, that left arm might peek underneath that left leg. See if you can find those hands. And if not, that's okay too. Breathe. And release that bind if you took it. Let that right hand come on down. Bend that right knee. Left arm peels open. Same option of bending that left arm behind the back. Maybe that right arm comes underneath that right leg. Nice big inhales and exhales. Gently release that bind. We're here, fold it on over those legs. Heel toe the feet together. Come up halfway. Exhale over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale down into your chair. Lift it up. Exhale down. Lift it up. Exhale down. Lift it up, reach up high. And let those hands come down like a pretty flower. Rolling those shoulders away from the ears, letting yourself become grounded. That heart is open, feeling that stillness in the body, feeling the difference between the sides. Maybe coming back to our intention that we said in the beginning of class, or noticing has an intention arise throughout our practice. Maybe it's strength. Maybe it's connecting with this present moment, connecting with the breath. Or something as simple as gratitude, being grateful for everything the body can do, how it holds you up, how it keeps you steady, and keeps you strong. All right, let's inhale those arms up with that next breath. Hands are coming down to heart center. Shift that weight on over towards that right leg. Left leg is reaching on back. Breathe. Seal that left foot on down. Warrior one, reach up high. Might have to adjust the feet a little bit. Breathe. We're here for a little bit on the other side. So we're just breathing here, seeing what emotions come up, what thoughts come up. Standing with them, sitting with them, being with them. Showing up alongside them. All right, revolve that back foot. So you're on that ball of that foot. Maybe you shimmy that right foot a little bit more towards center so you have a little bit more balance. Left knee taps down. Lift it up, or otherwise you're staying here, remember? Left knee taps down, lift it up. Tap down and lift. Option of lifting that right heel. Tap and lift. For 4, for 3, for 2, For 1. Woo. All right, find that stability, that stillness. Open up, warrior 2. Soft gaze over those front fingers. Feel as you pull in and shine out. Let's flip that right palm up towards the sky. Exhale that warrior. Next breath, side angle, right arm onto that right leg, left arm reaching up and over. Breathe. Let's let that right hand reach down towards the ground. That left arm might stay up towards the sky or it might reach forward. Keep breathing here. Nice big inhales and exhales. Feel the heart begin to slow down. The breath slows. Exhaling that left hand on down inside of that right foot. Revolve that back foot. Shimmy that right foot a little bit more towards the long side of the mat in this dragon lizard pose. Nice and strong here. Keeping that right arm and right leg attached. Shift that weight forward so you're nice and light on that left ball of that foot. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And lift. 3 more. Down. And lift. 2. And lift. Last one. We're staying down low. Breathe for 3. For 2. For 1. Lift back up. This time we're gonna let that left knee come down. Step that right knee back. Let those hips go on back. Child's pose. You might find some space in between the knees, opening up those knees to let that belly rest in between. Feeling the difference here between the sides and the hips and the thighs. Noticing the breath, those inhales and those exhales. Letting that breath, that heart slow down. And just settling into this child's pose, feeling that earth underneath you hold you. Maybe you even feel a light breeze above you. And letting that heart open within you. Let's walk those hands over towards the right, framing that right knee maybe, or a little wider. Keeping that left arm down towards the ground, letting it melt. If it feels nice to flip that left palm up towards the sky, try that. Keeping yourself nice and heavy here. If that palm is flipped up towards the sky, go ahead and ground it. Let's walk those hands towards center and on over towards the left. Melting that right arm down towards the earth. And again, if it feels nice, flipping that right palm up towards the sky. Seeing how that feels in the body with the breath. Grounding that palm back down. Walk those hands back to center. Let's lift that torso on up. Bring those knees in together if they aren't already. So bring those knees together. Lift that torso on up. Walk those hands back towards the knees. So you're framing the knees with the hands. The palms of the hands are nice and grounded. So we're gonna lift up from the ground So we're pushing the tops of the feet into the mat, pushing the hands into the mat as well to bring those knees up towards the chest, just like the cat back in our cat-cow. So you push that ground away, lifting those knees up towards the chest. The tops of the feet are pushing in, just like so. Breathe. You're trying to let those hips move up towards the sky. Exhale, coming back down. Woo! We're gonna do that twice more. Push that ground away. Lift those hips up. If you want a little bit more, you might lift that right foot up and then bring it down. Left foot up and then down. You might try bringing both feet up. That one I will not demo. Let those knees come down. Breathe. We're gonna do that once more. Pushing that ground away. Lift those hips. 3, 2, 1. Let them come back down. All right. Lifting that torso on up. So the fronts of the legs might be pretty tight. So this next thing is going to feel really nice for them. Hands are coming behind the back. Those elbows are reaching towards the back of the room. You might stay here. This might be as far as you go. Some of you might feel as like a string is around the heart and it's kind of lifting up towards the sky. And this lift up in the heart brings that belly forward and you see that curving of the spine here. You can keep those hands on that low back, or maybe you let the hands come down to the heels or the legs. Again, no matter where you are, we're opening up that heart, getting that back bend, feeling that stretch in the front of the legs. We're here for 4, for 3. Together we reach a little more. Exhale, start rounding that back nice and slowly. Coming down, those hips are moving back. Coming down into that child's pose. Nice big inhales and exhales. Just 2 more breaths. Lifting that head back up, lifting that torso back up. We're going to swing those legs on around, let them come in front of the mat. Extend that left leg out to the side. Right foot is going to tuck on in. Turn that torso on over towards that left leg. Come up onto those fingertips. That spine is nice and long. And then I want you to find that strength in that left leg, that left hip flexor, as you lift that left heel. So you're gonna wanna go back. I want you to bring that torso forward. We're here for 3, for 2. I know, last one, let it come down. Relax on over that left leg. Nice big exhale coming out of the body. Just letting go here. Releasing everything you were still holding on to. Letting go of those things that no longer serve you. Noticing as each exhale brings you a little deeper. The more you let go, the more you're able to find ease and stillness. Inhale, come back up. All right, so we're gonna bend that left knee and let's go ahead and cradle it. So if it feels more comfortable to let that right leg extend out, let it extend out. If you're cradling that left leg, if it feels better to grab a hold of each side with a hand, please do so. But we're rocking back and forth, finding a little bit of movement here. All right, settle in. Grab a hold of that outer part of that left foot. Bend that right leg again for me. Right hand plants down. I want you to let that left knee reach back for the left corner of the room. Bring it forward, just like a violin. Back, or I guess not a violin, more like a cello, right? Because it'd be like huge. Go ahead and bring it back. and forward, back and forward. All right. Settle it in, find that stillness. So we were doing all that lovely little hip stuff for this next move. So right hand is reaching for the outer part of that left foot. I want you to roll onto that right outer hip. Left arm is tucking underneath that left leg. So it's almost like a backpack, like you're kind of saddling up your backpack, right? Which is your left leg on that left arm. This might be as far as you go, and you're gonna feel quite a stretch here. If you wanna try a little bit more, you might kick into that left hand with that left foot. You're extending it on out, peeking underneath that right arm into your compass. Once you're done playing, coming back. So it might happen today, it might not, no big deal. Let's switch sides. Right leg nice and long, left foot tucking in. Turn that torso on over towards that right leg. Toes are flexed. Come up onto those fingertips, spine is long. Inhale that right leg up. Breathe. Bring that torso forward. 3, 2, bring it down. Relax on over. Nice big inhales and exhales. Again, settling in. Letting that breath guide you into relaxing in, into finding that ease, to slowing that breath, to softening those muscles. Next breath, let's lift on up. Bend that right knee. We're hugging it on in. Left leg extending out. Cradle it like a baby. This side might be a little different, so if you need to hold on opposite sides, do so. Cradling it back and forth. Perfect song, right? Mary Poppins. Should have had a spoonful of sugar instead, I feel like. Breathe. Well, no, she sings Tuppence a Day, right? When they're going to bed. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. All right. Find that stillness. Right hand grabbing outside of that right foot. Just like that cello. Open and close. Nice big movement. Getting that stretch in that right hip. If you want to bend that left knee, do so. If you find a little bit more stability that way. 2 more. All right. Left hand reaching for the outer part of that right foot. We're backpacking that right arm onto that right leg onto that right arm. I want you to roll onto that outer part of that left hip. Right hand is reaching out. And again, maybe you stay here. There's a lot happening here. Maybe you kick that foot into the hand. Find that compass pose, peeking underneath that left leg or left arm. And once you're done playing, settle back in. Let's extend those legs out nice and long. Wiggle them out. Reach those hands out. Tuck that chin in just a hair. Start making your way down onto your back. Keep those heels grounded. As you make your way down to the earth, down to the ground, down onto your mat. Take your time. Once you feel those shoulders touch down, I want you to reach those arms long behind you, nice and long, nice big old stretch. Exhale those knees into the heart, big hug. So you might stay here for a few breaths, or you might find any final poses your body's needing in order to feel the practice complete, whether it's a twist, a spinal twist, a plow, reclined butterfly, maybe just shapes or movements that your body is still needing in order to settle. Taking these next few moments, these next few breaths to find those movements that the body's needing, that the body's calling for. And as you're here finding these last movements, you're letting go of anything that no longer serves you. You're letting go of expectations of what things should look like, of how it should feel. And just letting yourself be, letting yourself feel whatever comes up, however it happens. Fully and completely trusting the body, trusting that breath. Now beginning to settle into that final resting pose, into that Shavasana. Letting the body lengthen. Feeling the muscles relax as they let go of any extra tension, any extra effort. Let the earth beneath you embrace you as it holds you in this final pose. These final moments of relaxation, of peace, of stillness. Just let go. Feel as the body lets everything go. Beginning to welcome in awareness back into the body, back into the breath. Inviting the gentle movements to come back of the fingers and of the toes. Allowing these movements to become bigger. Maybe letting the body lengthen out for a big stretch. And then allowing the knees to come into the chest, giving yourself one last big hug. Allowing yourself to fall on over either to the right or the left side, softly and gently. Taking a few moments here to come back to that intention that you said in the beginning of class. Or maybe noticing anything that happened throughout class, throughout your practice, and how you feel now in this moment. Making your way up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed if it feels comfortable, if not, keeping them soft. Let's let those hands come to heart center as we bow our head in gratitude. Grateful for this day, for this breath, for this beautiful life that we're given.
Thank you to each of you for sharing your practice with me. And the light, the love, and the spirit in me humbly bows to the light, the love, and spirit in each of you. Namaste.